The following comes to you through Podbean.com. In the Artist Realm with Sylvia Stein. Here we go. Well, good morning. Happy Thursday, everyone. Thank you for being here for another episode, finally, of In the Artist Realm with Sylvia Stein. My deepest apologies. Happy Thursday. I hope everyone's doing great. I say well because I finally made it to make an episode. So it's been crazy around here, family-wise, great, but it's just that when you have children, those of you that are listening, you know, and even some of us that don't have children, just daily lives that, you have a lot going on, whether it's with your fur babies or, your own job and things like that. Everyone has something to do. So, thank you for joining me here on an episode of In the Artist Realm with Sylvia Stein through Podbean.com. So here today, and the tune I used like a Zinger, which is awesome, from GarageBand. Everything's through GarageBand, and Curtain Call Long is the song that I used today for today's show. So I hope everyone's doing awesome. I wanted to share some news first, announcements, and then I'm going to go to the author corner. Or actually to share books I recommend, and then I'm going to go into Chasing Clarity, my book. But first, the announcements. I want to start with that because there are some important ones, and I hope everything's important, but I wanted to share that. And I apologize if I keep pausing. I have that because I want to save on my battery for my phone. And I told my husband to put it for me on the screen so it keeps fading off. So my apologies for that as well. But I wanted to first and foremost say thank you for the support of my podcast, In the Artist Realm with Sylvia Stein. I'm almost at 3,000 downloads, and I couldn't have done it without any of you. So right now I wanted to send some cheers to you all. Thank you so much for the support of this podcast. When I started it in 2016, I never realized how it would grow. It started a little slow. I said the Syl Stein channel, and then I had several names. And then finally, sometime in 2017, started it with the In the Artist Realm with Sylvia Stein, which is a name I thought of. And it clicked, and I've been doing it ever since. And it's been 3 years now. And I'm almost at 3,000 downloads. It started out kind of slow, and now, a lot of people are downloading the episodes. And I've had a lot of great guests here, authors, artists, and I hope to get more people to come on the show. And that's what I'm going to work on for April, May, June, and so forth. Or actually the end of April. The reason being is that next week, after Tuesday, I'm taking a break from social media. I may still record the episodes, but I don't think I'm going to do that because I think I'll have an episode today and probably another one on Monday if I can. If not, for sure Tuesday for In the Artist Realm, and you can download all the episodes up until April when I get back from, because I'm taking a hiatus. Lenten season is coming up. Not that I have to give anything up. It's up to one, what they decide to do. But personally speaking, I feel like I'm on social media a lot. Even though I work and have kids, I still feel that I'm always on. Not that there's anything wrong for those that like it. But for me personally, there's a lot of stuff that goes on that I don't really care to listen to. I know life is full of negative stuff and different things you don't agree with, but that doesn't mean I have to listen to them or hear them. So therefore, that's another reason, but mainly because of the Lenten season, I'll be off for about 40 days. Starting after Tuesday next week, I won't be on, but you can still download the episodes. They'll be available through Podbean.com. They're available through Spotify, and I'm so excited about that. iTunes. On iTunes, you can hear the ads through Dynamo, which I'm very grateful for. It's a little slow going, but it's getting there, and I hope that I soon will have more followers and people leaving reviews for the show or in the Artist Room. If you can take the time to leave a review of what you think of the podcast, I would appreciate that. And I think we have it on YouTube as well. It's only the audio. So in case you all were wondering about that. But that's one of the few announcements. I also am going to be working on my new novel, or I've been working on my thriller, Battered Mind. I hope that'll be out probably not till about June or July so far right now, because I've been delayed on a few things I'm changing on my timelines that I've been working on. And I hope that once I bring you this amazing thriller, which I hope you'll enjoy, it's a little departure from what I've written, but it's with a message. It covers a lot of not very easy topics to talk about, but I'll share more as we get closer. But Sadie Martin Carlisle is a character that I've worked with since I started with this story, kind of doodling upon it, and then I did it for one of the years through my National Novel Month, or NaNoWriMo, and the story has totally taken a different turn, and I've been trying to get everything settled to where I really want to tell a good story, and I want everyone, all the readers and people that follow my writing, know that I'm growing as an author and that this story is taking me to another level. And I hope you still enjoy the books I have written, like Closure, Chasing Clarity, and The Diary of the Broken Father. All of these stories are full of messages. These women or characters I've created in these stories are going through something, and all the characters like Garrison James and Sarah James and Closure and in The Diary of the Broken Father, Garrison James, they're all going through a journey, and what happens and the destructiveness that happens with that. And then of course, the rebuilding and so many things going on because of loss and things that are going on. Then of course, Chasing Clarity is more of a younger woman, graduating from high school, going into college, and then sharing, going through a deep tragedy, Chasing Clarity. And it's one of my YAs, and these characters I created, Leo, who even though he's gone, and then meeting the new people like Henry and her friends that she gets to encounter, and her family, being close to her, and all the different things that Mia goes through, Mia Gerard, in this tragic story of redemption, love, and everything is full of a message. All of my stories are, and I hope that all the characters you're able to connect with. And I hope that with my thriller, you're able to connect with Sadie and all the characters in this story. And like I said, it deals with a lot of uneasy topics. And I've been doing research to make sure, even though it's a work of fiction, you still, want to do your due diligence to make sure everything gets done properly and doesn't offend or take away from any of the characters. Even though it is a work of fiction, you want to make sure that everything is set, into this character and the emotions, and that the story flows and everything's going together. So I hope that you'll enjoy that. That's what I've been working on. Those are the announcements I have. I still have my books that are available. The Kindle version and the electronic version of the books are 99 cents on Amazon. And now Amazon, my books are available through Amazon, and Amazon KDP is the one taking over my paperbacks. It's no longer Create Space. And then, of course, Barnes & Noble New Press has their own press, but I have my books through Barnes & Noble New Press. and also they also have the Kindle versions for 99 cents, and they're available on iTunes and other probably other platforms. But for now, those are the biggest platforms right now. But I am working on other options possibly, and I'll make if anything changes, I'll let you know. But they are available for 99 cents in case you have not read any of my books. You could still go and download them. And like I said, I'm really grateful for everything, for all the support. You guys have been amazing, and I couldn't do anything without all of you listeners and readers and all of you that take the time to download an episode and leading me to where I'm almost at 3,000 downloads. And they're free downloads. However, there is support for my podcast for $1 a month. If you decide to join that through the crowdfunding I haven't been very successful on that lately, but if you decide you want to be a part of that, it's $1 a month that you would be able to do. And then I'll give you a shout out on the show of anything you want. You share your name, saying you may be a copy of an audio book, or maybe have some books that we give away from other authors that may come to the show, and maybe they'll have a book that they might be able to share with you. But I still have to talk to the other authors. But as far as for myself, the audiobooks will be available, and I will send that to you if you support the podcast. And I do appreciate the support you've been giving it so far, of course. But if you would like to get more involved in the podcast, you could also donate $1 through the crowdfunding, and you can find all that through Podbean.com. So I hope you'll check that out. And like I said, I have Dynamo ads on my podcast now. You'll get to listen to them if you download on iTunes. Spotify has their own, so I haven't really signed up with them, but you can listen to my ads through iTunes. Anytime you download through iTunes, you will listen to the ads, and you see them sometimes on my Twitter page and all of that. But I will be taking a break after next Tuesday. However, if you need to contact me about a podcast or any questions, you could still download my episodes. Check my stuff out on Instagram, through my Insta story that I've had. Not that I'm going to be posting after Tuesday, but anything I have there that you might want to learn more about in my author stuff. I'm on